If you have a lot of debt and own a home but afraid to change your loan mortgage interest rate, this video is for you. I'm going to explain why it could make sense to refinance your mortgage into a higher interest rate. I'll start off with a question. Would you rather have a lower interest rate or pay less interest? Now, this is kind of a trick question because an interest rate is not the only factor that determines interest paid when borrowing money. In fact, it's only the second most important variable right behind time. The amount of time you're borrowing money within that interest period is actually a more prevalent factor to what you're spending on interest. When someone tells me they have a 3% interest rate, the first question I'll ask is, well, how much time is left on the mortgage? And usually they say about 27 years. And when they respond with that, it's really no longer impressive, because if you think about how long you're in that rate for, most of you will be in your 70s or 80s before the loan is actually paid off, right? Think about the amount of interest that accumulates in that span of time. So I like to ask the follow-up question, okay, well, would you rather be mortgage-free in 27 years or 12 years? And what do you think the response is? Now, the only question is, how do we do that? Well, you just told me you pay about $1,500 a month in credit card debt, minimum payments. What if we can eliminate that debt with your dormant equity? Instead of wasting money paying almost 100% interest, you're putting that directly into your mortgage. This is where a lot of people struggle to understand the benefit of moving your 3% mortgage into an 8%. In some ways, your rate on paper is irrelevant because interest is really just measured in time. The more you pay in, the more you lower your interest. So effectively, your interest rate is actually controlled by you. So if you have a lot of debt and a lot of dormant equity, tell me, why would you not take advantage of it if you could be debt-free in more than half the amount of time? I'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments below.